was called Graham Aubrey, who was an amazing guy and became world champion, suffered a lot from depression, and how he overcame this and became this incredible champion, which I think is a lovely story and a lovely film as well. So I hope you go and see that. Yeah. And another film called Save Angel Hope, which is a kind of con man film where I play a con man who does a con that goes totally out of control and becomes huge. He's trying to do a little con to make a few thousand, and he ends up doing this con that he makes millions and millions, and it's kind of fun. So that's another one that's coming out. And yeah. And I'm going to do a film. That's enough films. Yes.
Me?
Yes, why not? You're on video just now. Is this on video player?
Yeah.
Your telephone has a video player.
Yes, it has.
It's amazing, isn't it? Drops calls. You can't make a call on it, but it's got a video player.
No, it's just video. Did you bring anything from the movie, like a line or anything that you use in your daily life?
Just Dom. I use Dom in my daily life to do my washing, my vacuum cleaning. So yeah, I took Dom from the movie to use as my personal slave in my daily life. Yes.
What was your favorite experience while filming The Lord of the Rings?
There was so many. I remember once I took up surfing, you know.
Like Elijah did also.
Like Elijah does,
yeah.
Except Elijah's rubbish and I'm really good. Which is true. And one day I wasn't working and virtually everybody else was for some reason, and they were working on top of a mountain not far from Wellington. And I went surfing really early in the morning, and I was sitting on my surfboard and there was no one else in the water, and the waves were beautiful, and all the guys were taking off in the airport right next to where I was surfing on a helicopter. So this helicopter kept disappearing and coming back, and I was like, that's full of like Elijah and Vigo and all that. And I've got this lovely surfing. I thought, what an amazing experience this is, you know. So it was actually a day that I wasn't working. That was one of the, but there was so many great experiences in that film.
The tub race as well. The tub race you had.
The tub race?
Yeah.
That wasn't a great experience because I won and everybody said I didn't. So that was good fun. Yeah. That was a riot. Yes?
What is your favorite scene from The Lord of the Rings?
I've got lots of favourite scenes. One, because it wasn't in the script and it came very late, is the scene in Return of the King when Pippin realises he's going to die in Minas Tirith, and he says to Gandalf, I didn't think it would end like this. And Gandalf says it's not the end. That wasn't in the script, that was written very, very late. And so we just got it and filmed it basically the next day. And I just thought it was a beautifully written scene about, you know, death that I'm sure getting very serious, but that we all fear, but you know that there is ways through that. Lovely scene. Got a bit serious there. Sorry, this paperclip here, it's been annoying me. I don't know why, I just couldn't stop looking at it.
What do you think about the whole Lord of the Rings story?
The whole story?
Yeah.
I love it. You know, I didn't actually read it until I got cast in the part. I'd read The Hobbit when I was a lot younger, and I never managed to read Lord of the Rings, and I just loved reading it. I was working in a theatre in Edinburgh and living in Glasgow when I found out I had the part. So I thought I better read this book. And it takes an hour on the train to get to Edinburgh from Glasgow. So I used to read it on the way to the theatre and on the way back. So I'd read it, you know, 2 hours every day. And I thought it was a great story, just brilliant, you know. Great piece of writing. Anyone read the new one? Children of...
No.
No? Right, that's everybody's homework. We'll meet back here in 2 weeks when everybody have read it and written 3 pages of A4. Thank you. And anyone want to do it? Yeah, what?
Me?
Yeah.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done?
I was in a mall once, and you know escalators. I was going up that, and I had a pair of long trousers on. And you know when you get to the top of an escalator, it can get caught, and it ripped the trousers right off. Taking my underwear, shirt, and
this on
hat
camera?
with it. I was left there in nothing but a pair of nipple plugs. It's incredibly embarrassing. But that was just a dream. And not real life. I don't know. Embarrassing things happen all the time. This is quite embarrassing, to be honest. Yes?
Which one was the hardest part to play in the Lord of the Rings?
The hardest kind of scene?
Yes.
Yeah. This is really funny actually, because just when we finished filming, in fact we hadn't even finished everything, I was at a party in London and I met the guy who plays Pippin in the radio show. And you know the radio, the BBC radio, that did a great version of Lord of the Rings. And we were talking about this exact thing, and the hardest scene for both of us was the same scene. And like for no reason, the hardest scene for me was when Pippin swears allegiance to Gondor, to Denethor. But the reason I found it really difficult was there was a lot of blue screens and green screens, because Gandalf was there and Denethor was there, but obviously I'm supposed to be, 3'7". So a lot of the time they weren't there. So I had to I was like a stage like this with nothing in it. And I had to pretend that I was talking to Gandalf and then talk to Denethor. I found it really difficult. And for some reason this actor who did it in the radio found exactly the same scene difficult. But for completely different reasons, because obviously he didn't have green screens around. So it must just be a difficult scene, but we didn't know why, So that was the most. Sorry, that was a long story, but quite a simple answer. Sorry. Yes.
Are you still friends with the other hobbits?
Two of them, yes. One, not so much. Let's just say one of them hasn't done my washing this week, and he promised he would. No, we're all still really close. I was over in Los Angeles for about a month earlier this year, and so I caught up with all of them over there, and now they're all great friends still. Yeah. Good people. Yes.
Yes. I know that you will perform at Collectormine in London. No, that's in England anyway. Could you tell us a little about your band?
Yes, we rock. Yeah, I have a band now called Bee Cake, which actually the name comes from Don Monahan. Actually, he was on holiday in Spain, and he kept sending me photos on the internet of where he was. This is me with a donkey on the beach. This is me, drunk on the street. And he sent one picture, and it was a cake, and it was completely covered in bees. And he took the picture in a bakery, in a shop, and he said people would come in and buy a piece of this cake, and they would just wipe the bees off and give him it. And in the picture, he'd made it bee cake, and I really like the sound of the word. So that's where the band gets its name from, Bee Cake. And if you want to hear the band, go to www. which is World Wide Web, myspace.com/Bee Cake Band. Not / / Bee Cake Band. And listen to us. We rock. Or come and see us. We're playing next week in England. Hello.
Would you like to sing the song Home is Behind for us?
Yeah. Yeah, she'll cry?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. Why would you want your friend to cry?
She thinks it's nice.
I think it's a shame. I mean, I wouldn't want you to sing it if she was going to cry. I would try to stop her from crying. Prevent it. So, no, I'm not going to sing that. But thanks for asking. Yep.
What
was in primary school. Do you have primary, like before you're 12, 13? We did a performance of Oliver, you know, the musical, and I played in that, and I just loved it, and I thought I want to be an actor. And then it took me a long time after that before I went and I worked in a printers for a long time, and it was during that time that I decided to go to drama school. So I actually went to drama school quite late, and then yeah. So that's probably what inspired me, doing that as a kid. So I think it's a good idea for young people to do drama. Because even if you don't become an actor or want to be an actor, it's just a fun thing to do. Good for confidence and stuff like that. Yeah.
If you got to work, if you had a wish to work with another famous person, actor, who would that be and why?
Probably Robert De Niro, just from growing up watching his movies and just thinking he's probably the greatest screen actor of our generation. Yeah, of people still alive. Peter Sellers, of people who are not alive, in some ways dead. Then Peter Sellers would be.
If you had to play another character in the movie, Lord of the Rings, which one would that have been?
In the Lord of the Rings movies or any movie?
Yeah, both.
All right, Lord of the Rings movies. Probably Gollum. Big fail. I love the kind of two parts of his character, you know. It's great. And any film. I used to love the big biblical epics, you know, like Spartacus, things like that. So something like that. Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. No, says the casting director. You're not. Fair enough.
If you hadn't been an actor, which profession have you preferred?
If anything, a professional surfer. Yeah, travelling the world surfing. What? Yeah, I'll do that. Where do you sign? That'd be great. So yeah, that'd be a good job. Yes.
Silly background story for this question, but what is your favorite crap food?
Crap food.
You know, burgers.
Oh,
fries.
that kind of thing.
Okay. Swedish version for it would be crap food if you translate it.
Oh, really? Junk food.
Oh, junk food,
like
yeah. Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
English not my main language.
Well, exactly. You know, you can be forgiven anything if it's not your language, I think. But I couldn't understand. Junk food. I'm not a huge fan of junk food, to be honest.
We were just having a discussion if you were a Burger King or McDonald's. So.
Neither. Oh God, no.
Neither of one. So it doesn't matter.
Chicken nugget things, not McNuggets, but chicken nugget things with barbecue sauce. Mainly the barbecue sauce. I mean, I'd take a piece of cardboard and dip it in barbecue sauce. I love that sauce. Crap. I'm sorry? To work with Peter? Oh, incredible. He's one of the, if not the greatest filmmaker alive today. You know, he's just amazing. I mean, especially for actors working in film, especially a film like that, a big film, the director is so important. You know, really, not, in many ways much more important than if you're on stage where, it's just you and, the director can't affect it. He can in rehearsals. But a director is so important in movies, and he's one of the best, if not the best, director alive today. So, amazing. Are you videoing? On a phone? She's got one as well. I thought they were something from the future. Wow. Who invented it? Do we know? Who invented the video phone?
Some Japanese.
That's the next piece of homework. That's not for everybody, that's just for that piece of the audience there. And we'll ask when we come back to speak about Children of Huron. Hi. Sorry, am I speaking too fast for? Because it's sometimes I talk rubbish.
How did you get part in Seed of Chucky as well?
Oh yeah, well you know, so jobs come in, and that one came in, and they asked me if I wanted to do it, and I just as a fan of film, Chucky is such a part of like when I was growing up in movies and all that I thought if you get the chance to be in a Chucky movie, you have to do it, and to play the son of Chucky was even better. And then when I read the script, and it was such a sort of parody on Hollywood and how movies are made, I thought, yeah, this is really fun.
Did you like it? Did you enjoy
The movie? Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was good fun. Yeah. Yes.
Do you think people just connect you to the Lord of the Rings, or just an actor, a good actor? You know, do you understand my question?
Yeah. I think mainly people connect me now with Chucky. After that, maybe Lord of the Rings. No, I mean different people, different things, but yeah, mainly Lord of the Rings. Obviously, it's such a huge film. Even making the film, I mean, even actors like Christopher Lee, who's made something like 800 films, said that he'd never been in a film like this. So, obviously you're going to be connected. But if you're going to be connected with a movie, then I can't think of another movie I'd rather be connected with.
Yeah, well, everyone in the fellowship has got a special tattoo in Elvis, right?
Yep.
Where do you have yours?